Dear listeners, my name is Anthony Clark.
And I'm Melanie Clark.
And we are
The Amazing Clarks.
We're both award-winning certified life and love coaches and a husband and wife duo that have been coaching together as a team for 34 years and that have been passionately in love for 32. They call us the Amazing Clarks because we empower people to live amazing lives.
And we're here to help get you from where you are to where you want to be in life and love. Love the Amazing Clarks is our personal love letter to all of you who love love.
That's right, people, and you know that we love love.
Yes, we
do.
So
today we have another amazing podcast for you guys. Today's main topic is, Melanie Clark, give it to him.
Today's topic is releasing resentment.
Releasing resentment.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of people are ready for that one.
Yeah, I think so too.
A lot of people out here holding on to resentment in their relationships.
Yes.
And we need to talk about that. And hopefully we'll give you guys some relief and some new perspectives.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a really good episode. I'm looking forward to that.
Okay.
But before we jump into that main topic, it's time for the segment that we call Catching Up with the Clarks.
Yes.
And this is where we kind of let you guys get some insight into what's been going on in our personal life. For those of you that care, even for those of you that don't care, you're going to hear it anyway. But we love and appreciate you.
That's so Anthony.
It's all bueno. It's all bueno here, around here.
Yes.
So, babe, so what's been going on with you that you'd like to share with the listeners?
Oh, so much. So I'm going to have to decide what I want to share because I won't have time to share all of it.
Right.
What has been going on with me? I have just been living the dream. I'm getting ready to speak to a group of about 150 dentists in Florida.
Nice.
I'm super excited about that.
Nice.
I'm going to be talking about staffing and how to attract a good team and make them want to stay and thrive in your practice, that's my jam. You know, I love the people.
Nice.
So just really focused on my own business, which is Practice Love Inc., helping doctors and dentists manage their teams and manifest their dreams. So I'm loving that work.
Nice.
Been doing a lot of that.
You'll be killing it. I've been overseeing that.
Been killing it. I got to receive that. I've been doing the thing.
Yes,
so working with our daughter, Tony, has been so helpful. We're really structured and working well together. And I just love having her on my team. I really love that I was able to give her a job so that she could stay home with our grandson and work from home, which has just been the other thing that I want to share. Like, so in love with that baby. And he just turned 1 year old. And so we celebrated him with all of our kids in North Carolina. And that was so fun having everybody together, just having all my babies together, loving on the baby. I had this realization. Our daughter, Tony, is our baby. She's the youngest of the three. And I just had this realization, like, we're all here celebrating our baby's baby. It's just so yummy, like so beautiful. And I just really, really enjoyed that. You know, so many times I talk to clients about gratitude, right? And what you're grateful for. And people tend to go to the material things, right? Like, I'm grateful for my money and my job and my car and my bank account or whatever. And I always go back to, you know, in your last days of your life, what's going to be important? And I realize it's our family and the people that we love and being able to spend time with them. So being able to do that now, before the last days of my life, I'm really grateful for that. So
I love that.
That's what's going on with me. How about you, baby?
I love that. That's great stuff you got going on.
Thank you. I think so.
I know so.
Yes.
Me, you know what? I've been really in a place of gratitude and appreciation, just taking in life as a whole, just where we are in our lives, and all the blessings that we have.
Yep.
And of course, you always want more.
Of course.
But a lot of times I feel like, you know, it's too easy to be looking forward or looking backwards and not being in the present.
Yeah.
And everything that's of value is in the present.
Yes.
Anything that we will experience or want to experience, it starts with the present.
Yep.
So the blessings are all around us, but we tend to miss it.
Yep.
So I've really been enjoying being in a place to, you know, stop and look at our life and what we've accomplished, where we're at, spending time with the baby, spending time with each other, spending time with family. And so I don't want to miss it.
Yeah, me too.
You know, and so
look at us on the same page.
Yeah.
I love when that happens.
Definitely the gratitude. So,
yes.
Good stuff. Well, that's good. Keep living your best life and I'll keep living mine and we'll keep living ours.
And we'll keep doing it together.
Hopefully your listeners will be doing the same thing as well.
Yes.
Yes.
You know, I just want to add to that, Anthony. when you are focused on your blessings and what's happening in the present, it helps you to not have resentment.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Because resentment happens when you are upset about what didn't happen or what you missed out on. So that's my perfect segue
Yeah, I saw that.
into the topic.
You're a smooth one. You're a smooth operator.
You know I'm going to take you there. You know I'm going to take you there, baby.
Good job.
That's how we do, right?
Like,
yes. So do you want to start this? Do you want me to start it?
You pick this topic. It's a good topic.
Yeah.
You lead off, follow.
I picked this topic because I experience in my work dealing with the things that are bothering people. Mm-hmm. So even when I go into offices, I do, many coaching sessions with people, employees, and I listen to the things that are challenging them. I'm there to help them to untangle those things, right? Mm-hmm. And most of the time, it boils down to resentment. Mm-hmm. They're resentful for what they're not getting. They're resentful for not feeling appreciated. Mm-hmm. They're resentful for maybe something that was said to them that they took in a negative way. And I see the same thing in marriages, in relationships, in friendships, in sibling relationships, right? So resentment, bigly, resentment can show up in any relationship that you have. And actually, I've noticed that one of the biggest places that resentment shows up is in your relationship to yourself. Yeah. So I just want to kind of talk about what causes resentment and how it affects you, and then what you can do to release it. Right. That's kind of where I want to go with this. So how do you feel about it?
You know what? I'd like to start with, let's get some of your perspective on what is resentment. Like, what is it? Yeah. Even though it's kind of seems like for most people, like, duh. Yeah. But don't take it for granted. It may not be so dush.
Yeah.
So
dush.
So what is your perspective of what resentment is at the root level or either level? Doesn't matter.
My perspective on resentment is something has happened in your life or didn't happen in your life, and you have a belief that it should have, mm-hmm. or that it could have and it didn't because of someone else or yourself preventing it from happening. And you keep going back to it, wishing that it would have happened, and you just hold on to it. You just hold on to, I'm upset because something didn't happen, or someone did something to me, or said something to me, instead of looking at it from a perspective that gives you relief. It's holding on to a negative perspective about something, if I had to boil it down to one sentence.
I like that. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think that resentment is, at its core, anytime the ego isn't perceived in the way it wants to be perceived, or treated in the way that it wants to be treated, it creates negative emotions.
Right.
Anger, shame, guilt, frustration. And what happens is that those emotions typically they get suppressed.
Right.
They get buried, or they're not. People don't talk about it. They just hold on to it.
Yeah.
And that energy, that negative energy, just grows and grows and grows.
Yes.
And gains more and more energy. And it's really that the ego is hurt. Yeah. The spirit doesn't care. Yeah. The spirit's not going to hold on to any resentment.
Yeah.
The soul, it's the ego.
Mm-hmm.
And so over time, that resentment can cause a lot of damage, not just emotional damage, not just damaging your relationship, damaging the way you flow from moment to moment, day to day.
Yeah.
But also physical damage.
Yeah.
A lot of physical illnesses come from mental misalignment.
Yeah.
And so I think that starting off with that realization of what it is a good starting point.
Yeah.
And that resentment comes in all different shapes and sizes.
It's true.
And it could come out of nowhere sometimes, like things that you think wouldn't bother people, wouldn't bother you.
Yeah.
It could cause, resentment. So it's normal. There's nothing wrong with it. It's perfectly human, perfectly natural. But you don't want it to control your life. You don't want it to have negative impact on your life.
Yeah.
And so hopefully with this podcast, we can help you to prevent that.
Yeah. I find that when people are holding on to resentment, it is literally all negative thinking is there to help you get clarity on what you want and what you need.
By experiencing what you don't want.
By experiencing what you don't want, right? So in my experience, a lot of times the resentment is coming from a belief that somebody should have done something different or something different should have happened. But the person that feels resentful, 9 out of 10 times, they do not talk to the person about the issue that they have. They just built a story in their mind and they hold on to it, and they just keep looping around on that story. They keep revisiting it because you're right. The ego always wants to solve a problem. So it will present a problem in your mind, and then it just keeps looping around trying to solve that problem. Like I have a few clients that experience insomnia really bad, right? They can't sleep. And whenever we coach, it's because they're going back to thoughts about the past, right? And their mind, their brain is literally trying to solve a problem from the past instead of them just saying that happened and I can move on from it. There's nothing to solve here. There's nothing to fix there. Maybe somebody said something to me that I didn't like, or someone stopped talking to me and stopped being my friend, and that's okay. But the ego is like, oh, hell no. Everybody needs to like me. Everybody needs to do what I want. Everybody needs to act like I want. And if they don't, I'm going to keep looping around on it until I can figure out a way to make them do it. And the key to, well, you don't want me to give the keys to letting go, but I'll do that in a little bit. I always want to give relief like right away. And Anthony's like, no, let's work through it a little bit more. But really, that's what's keeping the resentment alive, right? It's revisiting it. I just told a client the other day, I said, you know, you've been talking to me about this for 7 years and it's never happened. Like your fear around something, you like maybe a couple times a month it'll come back up, and it's because she's holding on to something that she's unwilling to accept. We have to accept what other people do, and
you don't have to like it.
You don't have to like it,
Right.
but you do have to accept it because it already happened. So telling yourself that it's bad and wrong, you're just creating more of that energy in yourself, right? I always tell people, if you don't need it, don't feed it. So if you catch yourself feeding something that happened in the past, something that someone said, or something that someone did, if you keep feeding it energy, all you're doing is keeping it alive within your vibration, and you're staying on that frequency, so you'll keep attracting it over and over again. And then once you attract it over and over again, you'll attract more people and situations and circumstances that match that. So then you'll get more of it, so that you have the opportunity to see, I need to let this go. Like, this is not what I want. And then figure out what the opposite of that is, and then focus on that. So one of the things my client struggled with was friendships, right? Somebody in the past told somebody else about something about her, and now she believes that, she's out of the friend group or whatever. What that says to me is she wants a kinder friend group, right? She wants a friend group that invites her and is loving towards her and kind towards her. So if that's what she wants, that's what needs to be the focus, instead of what these other people did. Because she can't change what the other people did, but she can attract a new friend group. And when she refocuses, that's what happens. She attracts new people that treat her the way that she wants to be treated. But then her ego every once in a while goes, but let me go look back and look at the people that didn't do what I wanted and try to figure out how to change them. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. You're not going to change them. So you just got to move forward and focus on the desire that was born from the thing that's creating the resentment.
Yeah, I agree. My brain, the way it works is, it's very abstract. So I take a concept and it just cuts it into a million pieces and looks at it from so many different angles. And one of the things that I enjoy is the power of words. And words, I believe,
me too.
They have similar spelling, similar, the way they're set up. Even they sound similar, but they're different. But then they're similar. So, for example, when I hear resentment, my brain automatically goes to R's, more R-E things. Resentment, reason. So there's a reason for resentment.
Yeah.
And resentment, there's a reason. And also what pops up is revenge.
Yeah.
So see how those are kind of all connected? If you can,
language is powerful.
If you can see it. And I think a big part of resentment is the desire for revenge.
Yeah.
Because that feels like that's the only thing that will
make it better.
Yeah. And so in most cases, you'll never get that revenge because it's done.
Yeah.
And then in many cases, if you get that revenge, you're fucked. And you'll hope that you didn't do it.
Yeah.
Because it's going to make things worse.
Yep.
So it's sort of like an illusion.
Yeah.
So you can put energy into it, but it's not really going to go anywhere.
No.
And the more you focus on that resentment, you're not hurting that other person. You're hurting yourself. Like you say, pain is inevitable, but suffering's a choice.
Yep.
And the more you focus on that, the more suffering you'll have.
Yeah.
So to me, you can't run from the pain. The pain is a knee-jerk response, a reaction.
Yeah.
But you can control the suffering.
Yeah.
And even if you control it a little, it'll bring you relief, which makes you feel better, which makes you attract more.
Yeah.
And so I think a big part of it has to start with the reason to let go of resentment. What is your reasoning? So for me, my reasoning is it doesn't make me feel good. I don't like suffering.
Yeah. Yeah.
I need that energy to focus on things that are positive that I want to accomplish in my life.
Yeah.
I like a feeling of peace in my life. When I go to bed throughout the day, I like that sense of peace.
Yeah.
And if I have the resentment, I can't have that peace.
Yeah.
So that's my reasoning.
Makes sense.
We get clients or other people where you see that resentment and you try to give them a way out and they're not taking it.
No,
they're going to hold on.
They're going to double down.
No. Hey, you need to, I would recommend forgiving. No. Hell no. No. And the more they say that, you can feel them just tightening up into this knot, like this energy. No, they're stubborn. And they just box themselves and prison themselves in.
Yeah.
And so it's like, you want to be there? You sure you want to do that? You can have that if you want. But from over here, it looks like you're in a lot of pain and you're really suffering. But as long as you're good with it, that's on you.
Yeah.
So sometimes people need that. And when they, hopefully when they get enough suffering, one day they'll say, you know what, I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I want to feel better.
Yeah.
I want to move on.
Yeah.
And then only then will that change matter. Only then will any advice or recommendations matter. Otherwise, you're wasting your time. And in some cases, resentment is kind of good.
Yeah.
To hold on permanently, no.
No.
But for example, growing up, I had a lot of resentment towards things that I didn't have or the way people treated me. And so that showed me what I didn't want, which then made me get clarity on what it is that I do want.
Yep.
And then once I locked on what I did want, it was no stopping me. It motivated me. It pushed me. So that resentment pushed me. The resentment of my first marriage failing. At first, I was very resentful. She did me wrong. She screwed me over. Yeah. She did me wrong. But then after a while, I realized I wanted more. I didn't want to stay in that place. So I changed that to start looking at the blessings. What did I learn from that?
Right.
I attracted that for a reason. EIP. It was here to help me grow. It's here to help me learn. It's here to help me. And then I was able to let go of that resentment and even have gratitude and appreciation for it. But everybody's different. Everybody's different.
Yeah. One of the things that I notice about resentment is a lot of times it comes from people having a subconscious belief that agreement is love, right? Like if someone doesn't agree with you or they're not the same as you, people become resentful. They can't get you to buy into whatever their story is, and that causes resentment. And we're all different, and we're all allowed to have differences. And if we could appreciate those differences, it will help us have less resentment. But the ego wants everyone to be on the same page and agree with you because it makes you feel like you're doing life right. You're doing it right, right? And I think at the core of that, and I've been working on some of these things in myself. I love self-work. I love to look at myself. I'm human. I do get caught up and snagged into what I don't like about what other people are doing. And I do experience resentment. But I always try to go back to, why is that bothering me? What's my role in it? Because that's really where my true power is, right?
The successes in your mess.
Yeah. And I've realized, I have some issues with control. I have some issues with people pleasing. And a lot of times, those are kind of the core things that cause resentment, right? You can't control what other people do. They won't act the way you act. They won't do the things you want them to do. Or you believe that you're being kind and you're trying to do the right thing and they're not receiving it or reciprocating it. And that can create some resentment. But what I've realized is when I look at myself in those situations and say, you don't need to people please right now. If they don't like you or they don't want you, that's okay. There's a big world out there. There's more people, right?
Yeah.
You can just allow them to not be a friend or not like you, right? And I see that in so many people. They just want everything to work the way they want it to work. And when it doesn't, they become resentful. So I think one of the keys is to really realize that we are all different for a reason. We all have a unique fingerprint for a reason. We have different thoughts for a reason. If you've been listening to us for a while, you've heard us talk about, we all have different brain files, right? Our brain files come from our childhood and from every experience we have in life until this present moment. And none of us have the exact same brain files, but yet we expect each other to show up and think the same and act the same and react the same. And then when we don't, we get upset and then we hold on to that upset. And then the ego tells us a story of why they're doing that, why they're bad, and why we're not good enough because of what they're doing. And then it's trying to solve that problem. So when you focus on yourself and you appreciate yourself and you love yourself and you give yourself grace, such a important word, show yourself grace, then it's a lot easier to show others grace. And it's a lot easier to allow others to have the experiences and the thoughts and the reactions that they have without taking them personally, because 9 out of 10 times, it's not personal. I talk to a lot of people, and I'm going to tell y'all right now, everybody is in their own head. Everybody is in their own thoughts. They're looking at perspective of self, and they're not really thinking about what they do and say and how it affects other people. So that's why if you do, I'm going to use the word confront, which a lot of people won't do, right? They won't confront. They just stick to their story and tell them why the other person's so bad. But when you do confront, if they become defensive or they don't agree with you, it's generally because that is not the perspective of themselves that they're choosing or that they see. So they cannot agree with you. They don't have that brain file because they're not really focused on their own behavior. They're focused on everybody else's behavior outside of them. Like everybody's living rent free in their head. And so they don't actually see themselves.
Yeah.
And so resentment comes from you trying to control how they see themselves and how they interact with you. And if they don't see themselves, they don't see how they're interacting with you. And that's not personal. They're just not there.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Going back to my crazy brain and my wordplay, other words that pop out to resentment is resent. It's like you're resending that same negative thoughts and energy back and forth, getting the same results.
Yeah.
And getting you nowhere.
Yeah.
And ultimately, another one that jumps out is release. So you're going to keep resending it or you're going to release it.
Yes.
Resent or release. So these are all options. And I think my brain does that to kind of put things in a very simplified form.
Right.
So it's like, resent it? No, I don't want to. It hurts. Or release it. That feel better. So it gives me,
Which one are you going to choose? The universe is always offering you both options, right? Do you want pain and suffering or do you want joy and alignment? And it's your choice. And it's just how you think about things. And you and I are really great at perspective, right? We call ourselves we're kind of like perspective pushers, right? Like we can, right? We coach so many people that we get how people think. So we can hear a story about, something going on with someone and another person. And we're like, well, maybe they were doing that because of this, right? And we'll offer people solutions and ways out. And it's so interesting. Some people do not want it. They're like, no, that's just an excuse for them, right? Like we have a culture right now. It's like, there's no excuses. Yeah. Like they don't want to show anybody grace. If you're wrong, I want to punish you. I want you to suffer because I'm suffering, which I'm just going to call law of attraction on that. If that's how you're thinking, you're going to keep attracting people who are doing that. So even if you have to make up a story about why somebody did something and make it positive, you are going to be able to release the resentment. But you have to look at yourself and realize if I'm unwilling to show them grace and to create a reason that I could live with, right?
That's the reason.
The reason, it's really the understanding. Get it, baby. Get it. Yes.
Stay in my lane.
Stay in your lane.
Right,
but it's accepting that, right? It's accepting what happened. And when I say show grace, I believe with every cell in my body that human beings are actually good. But we get caught in programming, we get caught in the ego, and it makes us seem like we're not good. And if we could go back to the fact that if we drill down and realize we're all spirits having this physical world experience, it's not personal. We just want to experience everything. And some people just want to experience negativity. So when I have clients who want to stay resentful, I'm just like, okay, that's what your spirit wants to do right now. Let's play the resentment game. It's okay. And I help them with a perspective with their resentment to lower the resistance, because resisting anything is preventing you from attracting the things you do want, right? If you're spending all your time thinking about what your friend didn't do, or how they didn't treat you how you wanted them to treat you, and you're trying to manifest a husband or a wife, you are streaming energy away from what you are trying to manifest, and you are manifesting something you don't want. So why would you do that? So it's just the first step is having awareness, right? Noticing, wow, I spend a lot of time thinking about something someone said to me, or something that happened in the past, or disliking someone, or wishing that I did something different, or being mad at myself because I don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be in my life. That is going to drain your energy. You're going to have energy leaks from that. And you can just switch it to, I am where I am, and that's okay. That's neutral. They said what they said. They did what they did. It is what it is. That's okay. I don't need to do anything about it. What do I want next? What am I trying to create next in my life? Let me go for that. You start doing that, literally that neural pathway in your brain that your energy keeps going down starts to atrophy, and it starts to go away. And then you'll realize, like, dang, I haven't thought about that in like a month. And then you just keep going and write down what you want, right? Human beings lose focus every 7 to 10 seconds, and we don't realize it. So we may say we want something, and then it gets pushed to the side, and then we're over here thinking about the friend from 10 years ago, or the love affair that didn't work out, or that my partner never closes the cupboard doors, right? Yeah. Instead of thinking about how am I going to get my money? How am I going to serve with my gift? How am I going to be the best version of myself? Now you're over in the weeds, focusing on something, feeling bad about something you have no power over. So the key to resentment is to realize it does not serve you. So how did you say it, Anthony? Do you want to resend it? You want to resend that file over and over to your brain, or do you want to release it? And once you release it, it will slowly atrophy, and eventually it will be deleted. You won't even think about it. It won't even matter anymore.
And you know, going back to the last wordplay, this is it.
Oh, wordplay.
It is a desire for, in many cases, revenge.
Yes.
And in many cases, you won't get that revenge, which then leaves you in a loop of something you can't solve, that you keep focusing on, that you can't fix.
Yeah.
So the sweetest revenge, and this is the irony of it, is when you have the ability and the power to release it.
Yeah.
That's the best revenge.
It really is.
Really, because it's like, that shit ain't even bother me no more.
Yeah.
Passed it. Done.
Yeah.
Moved on. That was petty. I'm not dealing with that. I'm free.
Mm-hmm.
And so
I know we need to wrap this up, but I just want to share one other thing. Like I coach a lot of women who are dealing with narcissistic relationships, and it literally is their desire for revenge that keeps them in those relationships, right? Because the narcissist is doing things that they know is happening on purpose, but instead of just observing it and going like, oh, I see you, you're a narcissist and everything is about you and you're manipulating me and you're doing all these things to lower my self-esteem. I see that you're doing that. Okay, bye, Felicia. Their ego goes, you got to go back and prove your worthiness. You got to go back and make them pay for doing what they did. And that's the hook. That's what keeps you in the relationship. But if you could just literally go, oh, I see that. I know I deserve more than this. That's your childhood trauma. I don't want to participate in that. I'm going to move forward and live my best life because I know what I deserve and I'm going to go get it. Then they would get out of those relationships. But it literally is, I want to go back and prove that I'm right. And I want to get revenge that you're a bad person or what you did was wrong. And so it happens in every aspect of our lives. But I just want to say to the listeners, it really is your job to pay attention to your thoughts and how you're focusing your energy. And the way that you focus it is going to either yield the results that you want, or it is going to have you attract more of what you don't want until you get clarity and you believe that you deserve to have what you want. And I'm here to tell you, you deserve it right now, no matter where you're at, no matter what's happened in the past, no matter what has not worked out for you. It is all perfection and it is all taking you down the path of self-discovery. And so that you can remember who you really are, which is God's source energy in a physical body. And you have the power to create the life that you want.
And on top of that, one day you're going to be dead. It ain't going to matter anyway. So stop tripping.
Yes.
Stop taking that shit so seriously.
Exactly.
People. Live your life now. This is not a dress rehearsal.
Exactly. Oh, I really enjoyed that topic, Anthony.
Good job. Good job.
How did you feel about it?
I felt very good. I feel like it was necessary. It was a very interesting conversation most people won't really talk about.
Yep.
And so hopefully we helped a lot of people to let go of regret.
Yep.
Resentment, which is regret again. There we go. So those
Yes.
reason. All right.
No more reason.
So all of that stuff all comes into play. So I think it was a great conversation. Hopefully, like I said, we helped some of you guys to have some awareness. And if it didn't help you, and if you're still like, no, I'm gonna hold on to it, have at it.
Yes, that's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay. So I want to thank all of you for hanging out with us. We love and appreciate all of you guys.
That's right, guys. And if you didn't get a chance to get a copy of our book, Crack the Code, Secrets to Achieving Your Happily Ever After, make sure you pick up your copy today, available at Amazon.com. If you guys are interested in coaching with Amazing Clarks, you can come check us out at theamazingclarks.com. You can coach via phone or via Zoom, no matter where you live around the globe. And if you guys want a great way to step up your relationship game, get more insight and control over your love life, check out our love report cards at lovereportcards.com. where it helps couples to get more satisfaction in their relationship. And last but not least, if you want to work out your relationship, get stronger, get more results, positive results in your relationship, check out the Relationship Gym at theamazingclarks.com.
Very good. And make sure you're connecting with us over on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube at The Amazing Clarks. And remember to go there, you got to grow there.
So there you go, people. We gave it to you. Now, what you going to do with it?
Love the Amazing Clarks.
See you next time.
See you next time.